On episode 15 of TNT Joe-Fi, I talked about a teaser tweet by OnePlus of a concept device that was described as an alternate vision, an alternate design, and an alternate future. I joked around and said that they just follow suit like current tech trending things and they'd go with a foldable phone, but instead we got this sneak peek. Did you catch it? It's the cameras in the back. You can't see them, then you can see them. It's like magic. So how this magic works is there's electrochromic, I think I'm saying that right, that's such a hard word to say. There's electrochromic glass that is covering the lenses of the rear cameras. I think there's a clip here of how that glass actually works. And this is the color shifting glass technology that OnePlus mentioned in their tweet. An electric signal is sent when you open the camera app that changes the glass from opaque to translucent. This is actually technology that McLaren has been using in their cars. And if you know OnePlus well enough, or you've been following them along, OnePlus and McLaren have been working together, releasing special edition OnePlus phones. And I guess this is something new that they've come up with. Now, there's been a bit of backlash in the tech community when it came to this sneak peek or this reveal. I mean, it's not the full reveal yet, but it was a little underwhelming for, it looks like, a lot of the tech community. And I remember I was reading some comments and they were like, while all these manufacturers are trying to hide the front camera, the pinhole, or the notch, you have OnePlus here trying to hide the rear cameras. But don't get me wrong, it's not that the technology isn't neat, because I actually think it is, but when you call something a concept, I think of really out of this world futuristic stuff, and this isn't it. Again, I will say the full concept hasn't been revealed yet. That'll be revealed at CES. I mean, the entire phone. And OnePlus might still have something up their sleeve. What I think is cool about this technology though is, so this is my OnePlus 6T. Imagine this camera bump not being here, because apparently it's flush. I mean, this camera bump isn't that bad anyway, but actually if I talk about my iPhone, right? I mean, this isn't the best looking design ever. So imagine what OnePlus is trying to do. They want to put like a black strip so you don't see the lenses, so it looks cleaner. And my OnePlus 6T only has 2 lenses. This has 3. The new Galaxy that's coming out has 4. Just imagine if they just keep adding lenses, it might not be the best looking thing. I mean, this isn't the best looking either. So really what I think OnePlus is trying to do here is up their game when it comes to design, when it comes to aesthetics. With manufacturers adding more lenses all the time, this is their way of not only making the back flush, so there's no camera bump, but they want to take it a step further and add that, electrochromic glass so that it's tinted and it hides it, and it gives it a more like modernized, all black, flat, glass and steel slab look. The Wired article that talked about the concept also said, the phone model I saw at a briefing in San Francisco last month had a papaya orange leather back with visible stitching along the edges and a thin spatula of black electrochromic glass running down the center spine. Okay, wait, never mind. That goes against my whole all black aesthetic here. Whatever, OnePlus, you want to go with papaya orange, leather, grapefruit, pink volume rockers? Be my guest. Seriously though, I do have a few concerns that Lauren Good in this Wire article pointed out really well. So speed being one. Imagine that you have this new technology, right? You open your camera app. How long does it take for that electrochromic glass to go from opaque to translucent? Now, in the article, Pete Lau said that it would take under a second, but does that mean that it adds a second after opening the camera app, or is it doing it while you're opening the app? Because we've all run into this issue before where we took a picture too late, a second too late, and sometimes that makes a difference, and that could just be adding a hurdle to the mix. And then 2, reliability, because the question here is, how well can electrochromic glass handle itself over time? There was a little snippet in that article that talked about the degradation of electrochromic glass over time. And I'm not talking about the phones, I'm talking about in other uses of that application, because it's still an electric signal that's you know, getting to that glass, there has to be some kind, like imagine if you're using that phone and you're just turning on and turning off the camera, right? You're just using whatever, you know, mechanical or, you know, electrical signals, however the technology works behind it, because I honestly don't know. But, you know, is that gonna wear out? And if it does wear out, is it replaceable? And if it is replaceable, how much does something like that cost? These are all things that, you know, you might be adding a problem to something that was never a problem in the first place.